Greetings, my excellent friends. It has been a while as far as this game is concerned. I've streamed this game 42 times, did you know? And I know that number because I do save highlights for this. Normally I would not save highlights for a game this long. But 1 hour later than usual. I mean, give it a month and it will be an hour further. Because Australian DST does the exact same thing in the exact same direction. Which tends to confuse people the first time because they assume that Australian DST will actually fix the problem. But no, because of hemispheres, it's the other direction. Just makes the problem exacerbated by to the tune of 2 hours. That one's worse on people because it hits everyone instead of just hitting the people whose own DST is being affected. But yeah, no, I was highlighting last week's, and yeah, we're up to stream number 43. And we're finishing Act 2. What does that mean? Does that mean we're going to do another 20 streams of it to get through Act 3, or probably longer? I didn't keep track of exactly which stream marked the move from Act 1 to 2, but I do know we spent a lot more time in Act 1. We did. If it bumps an hour later, your morning meeting will start cutting off the last hour. I don't think there's anything I can do about that on weekdays. But you can always pause it and watch the rest from a VOD after your meeting concludes. Guambush believes Act 3 is going to take me the longest because of all the size of the city and the density of the NPCs. And I think he's probably got... Because remember, we spent 2 streams, right, just exploring the Emerald Grove. So if the whole zone's like that, it's a lot quicker for me to walk through wilderness and poke through some crates and baskets than it is for me to talk to every single townsperson. And I do that. Everybody twice. That's just I've played 3 Trails games. You can't get that habit out of me. I'm just fascinated by this, because I remember the first time I tried to figure out how long the acts were, I found a comment that said Act 1 and Act 3 were about 50 hours each, and Act 2 was 70, and that Act 2 was like where the meat of the game happened and everything was biggest. And I don't know what that person was smoking, but they ain't right. They must have put Underdark and the monastery in Act 2's bowl, which I can understand from the perspective of the monastery, but not so much from the Underdark. Go on, you've played you've played like 10 of them, haven't you? You've played all of the Trails all the way up to Reverie, I think. I don't think you play the ones that haven't come out in English yet, but oh, unfortunately my recently played Steam list. You know how you're when you right click the Steam profile and it shows you the last 5 games that you played, right? But it overwrites that when you buy things. When you buy a game, it counts as a play, even if you haven't even installed it. So the fact that I bought that Command & Conquer bundle means that my whole list has just been thrown out and replaced with old Command & Conquer games. And I'm not going to bloody play all of these. I bought it so that I'd have access to Red Alert 2, as well as some of the other, highlights. But fuck, I'm not going to play Command & Conquer 4, am I? And weirdly, they give you the originals even though they've been remastered. Like, there's zero reason to try to play the originals of those two, because the originals are perfectly recreated. Like, yeah, the remastered graphics and shit, but, like, you can turn those off. You can have the originals experience within the remaster. Only you don't have to deal with the compatibility issues. So they are fundamentally, to the bone, obsolete. More obsolete than most games tend to be after a remaster. Most remasters, you don't get to, like, for example, the Yakuza remasters 3, 4, and 5. Not to be confused with the remakes, but the Yakuza remasters. You can't access the old, poorly translated script. You can't access the content that was cut. Right? But in that one, you can turn the graphics back to old version. You can access everything that existed. You get the original music, everything. So, I don't know. I guess it's there for thoroughness, but I don't know who'd possibly want it. For me, when it comes to thoroughly speaking to every NPC in an area, I'm not going to lose sleep over the idea that I may not have seen one, you know? But I am going to talk to everybody I can see. Ah, right, we killed some people down here. We're in Balthazar's little laboratory, which we haven't explored. We've just finished the combat. But we finish here, and then after that, there's really only one way forward.
Prepare the march. My chosen gather below.
We didn't really kill anybody that wasn't already dead, you're right.
One day I'll catch a break.
But today is not that day.
Let's see.
I believe we clicked on all the bodies. It was the lab itself that we did not fully plunder.
Descend, faithful. We depart.
How high?
What was that?
Work to be done. Let me guess, you need something. Always nice to be wanted. Yes? Watch your elders and learn. Do what must be done. Let us show them how it's done. This ought to be good. Nature's servant awaits.
Okay.
Please go poke the ranger instead.
Okay, it's interesting she said that. We don't have a ranger. Though I guess I'm reasonably certain we'll be getting one. She doesn't say yes, oh omnipresent authority figure, that's a shame. But I guess, like, you could argue that that's tonally inappropriate. Like, it would be a reference, as that's one of the lines that Chihiro says when you click on her in the original Baldur's Gate. She says, yes, oh omnipresent authority figure. And it's funny. But that's part of the cartoonish tone that games like that had back then, where they sort of acknowledged that there was a player clicking on them, right? Like when you play a Warcraft game and you keep clicking somebody over and over again, and then they tell you to stop touching them. They did that in Baldur's Gate too. But this game doesn't really do that as much. It's more about you, the player, as a figure in the world, than you, the player, as a dude sitting at a keyboard. So I can see why they'd skip that one. But they did do Nature's Servant Awaits, that's good. That's our other one. There's some shit over there. But yeah, it looks like it's just these southern areas.
Gate will know my design. Our design.
How do we get over there? Do we just leap? We leap.
I feel glorious.
What? Why? Steeped in bliss. Seized by great joy, we are more energized but also more mentally compliant. Advantage on physical checks, disadvantage on mental saves, and vulnerable to psychic damage. Something's happening to us. Something about this area. Could have to do with this thing. Resonance stone. All nearby creatures are steeped in bliss. We can take it with us. Prayer for forgiveness. Forgive me, Father, for I cannot help but admire the chosen of your sworn foe.
Down.
Enver Gortash's genius will take us far, but fear not. Those of Bane. Yep, that's it, isn't it? The three chosen of the Absolute are, in fact, chosen of the Dead Three. Ketheric Thorm is the chosen of Merkel. Enver Gortash is the chosen of Bane. And somewhere out there, please to God don't be Saravok, is a chosen of Baal.
Hurry now. The city calls out for salvation. The chosen are my heart.
And the Absolute
You
is
my many hands.
like a stalking horse for them, basically. Or figurehead. So does this mean that this is... Right, so that implies that those three are behind it, because they are pushing those three chosen.
Of many hearts, one soul.
Those of Bane always fall to the same folly. They cannot see the beauty of obliteration. The Absolute hoax will garner false love from new slaves, but once I've built a large enough army, I will use our hold upon the Absolute slaves to begin this vile world's end. I can see the path through Gortash's brilliant plan. Gortash, Ketheric, and I will seize the Netherese relics that control the crown, and then use the crown to command the Illithid Grand Design. The Dead Three, age-old foes, our dire patrons, will be bosom friends for a time.
Prepare the march. My chosen.
The crown. That's not like a reference to an actual monarch. That's some kind of artifact. The crown of some Netherese crown, is it, or some Illithid crown? Father, you created me to be the last soul alive. When the time is right and my power is assured, I will slaughter Gortash and Ketheric upon your altar, where I myself hope to die when the world itself is gasping its last. So this is an apocalypse plan.
We depart.
Balthazar, while not being a chosen, is like the intended linchpin of dealing with the loose ends. Right, no, because he's Balthazar, isn't he? That was the original Balthazar's idea, was I'm going to kill all the Baalspawn and then I'm going to kill myself. Now this is an evil version of that. Is that something he inherited when he ate the guy's... What did he say? He ate the guy's lungs or something.
Absolute moves.
Oh, no, the Balthazar here is a different hand. Okay. So this is maybe the Baal chosen. This is the Baal chosen. I don't know who Orin is. Let me read the rest of it. At the end of this all, Father, there will be not a single creature living. Everyone will die for you. I will make you proud. Note appended at the bottom of the page in a different hand. Ha, Orin was right about her sibling, Balth. Or is this the dead person here? Balthazar killed whoever this was.
Baldur's Gate will know my design.
No, not where's. Camp. Balthazar's notes. Experimental notes written in Balthazar's precise hand. His obvious deficiencies aside, it cannot be denied that young Gortash has the mind of a scientist. Before his latest invention, the Illithid library was no more than rows of brains swimming in the cerebral slop. With his device, we no longer need psionic power to access the memories contained within, only to insert the subject and speak to it directly.
We will take.
I do wish he were not so eager in testing the device on more recent subjects of his own, however, nor in leaving their skull shavings scattered along my workbench. And yeah, there's an eye patch just sitting here. Entries in a language you cannot read, but you sense their meaning. A final mournful entry, carrying with it a vast, hollow feeling of grief. The colony in decline. The eldest starving, falling dormant to preserve its strength and lie in wait for some salvation to come. Pick up the eye patch? I think I'm missing what you guys are getting at, but okay.
This is Mole's eye patch.
Oh!
What's become of her?
Does she wear an eye patch? Mole, BG3, image search. Yeah, so she does. I don't remember these things. A series of dots and broken lines, entries in a language you cannot read, and yet you sense their meaning nonetheless. A flash of nautiloids lining a great dark void. One mind with one purpose, moving in concert through the darkness between planes. The design in action before the slave minds rose and ruined it all. That's everything to do with Mole that you recall being... Okay, so Mole was in Balthazar's... That's bad. That's not a place you want a tiefling child. It's not a place you want anybody, really, unless you really hate them. And we know that Baldur's Gate 3 isn't, like, opposed to killing children on account of the whole Arabella snake thing that apparently can happen if you're not careful. But hopefully she's alive. If something untoward may or may not have happened to her eyes, I don't know.
Prepare the march. My chosen gather below.
Sure, we'll send the bliss ball to camp along with the magic suppressant. Good feelings never last. We don't even want Balthazar to be in Balthazar's... No. We know that Mol is not here. We know the necromancer is pretty dead. Yeah, and I think where he died is important. The fact that he died in the Shadowfell probably puts him beyond Merkel's reach, if he's a Merkel worshipper, which I assume he is, because he's with Ketheric. Willing Mind, righto, and True Mind. Large Cookpot, Mind Archive Interface, and Slack-Skinned Head. Hello?
Empty vessel, nothing more. Lending voice to elder law. Empty.
No, that's enough of that. Mind Archive Interface. Do we put brains in here? He explained it in his notes, but I think I put his notes in camp. Can I put that in there? Oh. Oh, you then ask the head who this is.
Every day he comes. Every day for 3 days to ask me how I feel. I want to tell, but I am confused. Which day is it?
There are 2 brains, and you can only see what they have to say if you take them from the Nautiloid in the prologue and hold them in your inventory until now. Fucking hell. Who are you talking about?
We are his pets. His plan. Lord Gortash.
Day 1.
The first, yes. 5 days since he put that thing in my eye, but the first day he came to visit. He says I am the last, that the other subjects have all changed. Eye hurts, head hurts, but he says I am past the worst of it, that I won't change like the others. He's given me a place of honor, so he can repeat his miracle. And a name. True Soul.
Third day.
She whispers in my mind. She sings praise the Absolute. Separate cells. I never saw them, but when they changed... My head! I can feel them in my head!
Well, that doesn't sound lovely.
Which is it? Which day? She whispers praise the Absolute. His true soul.
I think that's everything. Problem is, the brains are a bit heavy. I'm gonna put them in camp, just in case they're ever useful again. I can grab them out of there. But I assume there's others. Didn't we see others in this like area, but like in other places? I might need to do a brain survey.
Pardon? Wouldn't do to phlegm all over Lord Gortash during my first performance, would it? Acoustics are a little off in here. Which is... where, exactly?
An illithid colony, but don't worry, just your brain is here.
Right. A jester, are you? Ah, you must be vying for the Lord's patronage too. He heard me singing in Beggar's Rest. Said he needed someone to give voice to lost knowledge. A little over my head, being honest, but the Lord has gold. I trust he knows his business. Now, I'd best warm up.
What do you plan on singing?
Oh, oddly sentimental. Or mayhaps you're just looking for an edge on the competition, eh? No fooling me. Patience. You'll hear it when Lord Gortash does.
Damn.
The owl bear bore, owl will's icy ire.
So the willing mind is a singer for Gortash. Don't really know why that required a brainectomy, but good luck singing now. So I guess we're going on a brain hunt. Down, down, deeper and down. Whoa, door! Astarion, if he were here, would not be able to lockpick the flesh door, but perhaps we can get it by touching this.
The chosen are my heart.
Yes, I think that's what Gwumbush said a little further up, Demon Dragon. There are two brains, and you can only see what they have to say by taking them from the Nautiloid in the prologue down here.
As the console bursts into life, a mind touches your own. Alien and full of desperate need, but fragmented too. It is incomplete. It yearns to connect, but needs you to guide the process.
They're boring.
Linking each part of your mind to its like.
Let's manipulate the mind. Good God, what? Good God, what? Okay.
Mind passively awaits your input.
So we got to implement. We got to influence it directly. We don't use the console. All right. Emotion, memory, speech, and reason. Well, let's start with reason. Memory. Emotion. Speech. Speech to speech, I guess. No, that turned it off.
Here goes nothing.
No, no, not the door. Fuck. Where'd it go?
Console glows as you approach, the mind still desperately.
Nope.
Console glows as you approach.
Okay, it's still lit. That's still there. That's good. Oh, that lit itself up. Okay. Right, I think it's... you have to try and connect them all. I don't think this is going to work because there's nowhere for, nowhere for yellow to go. If I start here... something happened where, like, the first one I tried didn't stay. This one would have to go down there. This one would have to start there. These ones have options. This one can go shitloads of places. That sort of forces you to go over there, though, which is irritating. Well, it works, actually. Over the top, I guess. What is happening here? Hello? There you go. Wait, where did blue go? Why does blue undo itself? Hello? I'm telling you to do this one. There you go. Now you're on again. Now you need to end up there. 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 Why aren't we doing it? Why are we blue? We're not supposed to be blue. There's a red, there's a green one.
Welcome back.
It is! Like it's going from 1 to 3.
That should do it.
I had to hit that one in the bit. See, now it's all of them. Yeah, I saw. No, that's just very, very terrible fucking selection process. It was like it was activating things that hadn't been fully connected yet.
Of many hearts.
I had the same issue with this one over here. It was like it goes from all of them to none of them. But that's not how it should work. It should work as like, you know, you select one of these four to activate, to say, hey, I'm working on this color right now, and then you click the next one in sequence to make it connect, and then you click the one after that. But like it would switch on and off between to these three, right? But clicking the next one in sequence did not make it start or stop. I had to click this one for some fucking reason. The one that was already green. And it wasn't going to work until I clicked one that was already green. But that's not what... That doesn't make sense to be required. If it's already green, that means you've already connected it, and therefore you don't need to press it again. That's what that tells anybody with, not to put too fine a point on it, but a brain. Yeah, it's not that I don't understand what they were going for necessarily. Or rather, it's not that I don't understand that... I'm trying to say this is bad, not this is impossible to complete. It shouldn't have been designed that way. The clicks that it required were not the clicks that it made sense to require. Like, I get it. I'm just saying, while I get it, I disagree with it. And I think they should have done better. Because I like, the issue is that there's 4 lines, and they needed a way for it to not... For you to be able to seamlessly swap between them, because in order to properly do this, you need to figure out where the others are going in order to figure out where to send the... Like, at the beginning, you need to make sure, for example, that yellow goes there, because it has to, and then after that, green gets stuck. Because green only has 2 options, and one of them's taken by yellow's one, so, like... That first part, you have to do them both at the same time. Yeah, that's what I got confused as well when the console disappeared. I didn't realize that you have to be stuck to this in order for that to even appear. Anyway. But the feed... I think the issue is that the feedback was bad. It wasn't very good at telling you which was the active one. Or what it expected of you to make things happen. It's like you would click something... It was anti-logic as far as... Like, you knew what you had to do, but the actual control scheme of doing it was poor. Anyways, a mind here. Is that all I get for this? No. Blade of Oppressed Souls. Also, there's a Desecrated Relief, which I guess we're just looking at.
Our destiny, design, downfall.
Your tadpole echoes, not with presence, but memory, tinged with loss.
The grand design, order, perfection, unity, every plane as one, every being in their place.
That loss blooms into a sudden fury, burying claws in your mind.
Taken, corrupted, gone.
And just as suddenly, pain and memory are gone, leaving only stone once more.
The grand design. The restoration of the Mind Flayer Empire. The dream of all Illithids.
They're basically fantasy tentacly Borg, aren't they?
Your tad... That loss... And just as sudden...
Blade of Oppressed Souls. It is a versatile longsword. Fragments of dead souls are imprisoned in the steel. Angry, powerful, hopeful, scared. All of them rose up against their Illithid masters, and all of them fell to this blade. Now they are trapped forever, forced to aid their oppressors. I don't think I want to wield that, good god. Doesn't mean I won't take it, but I don't want to wield it.
Something good here.
And we've another brain to interrogate. Ooh. Skeleton was hiding some hidden depths. When an enemy fails a mental saving throw against one of your spells or cantrips, you heal a bit. When you deal psychic damage, you also inflict mental fatigue for 2 turns. I don't think I would use either of those, but we'll take them. Very common refrain in this game.
Seems like the best
I don't think I'd use that, but I'll take it.
Hurry now. The city.
But I do like the D&D system of giving you a bunch of weird items that do strange things. It's like horizontal gearing,
And you
as opposed to vertical gearing. It's not just a constant drip feed of, here is armor that gives you more stat than previous armor. It is, here is armor that does something weird. Is it better weird than your previous weird? Up to you.
What to do? Should mind my step.
Hello.
Fine bones, sharp jaw. Some variety of elf? Pretty enough for a flesh prison. If not the noble Githzerai features I was born with.
Sarai!
I'd guess you're no willing guest of the gate either. Perhaps we might aid one another.
Is that some kind of Githyanki? No.
Oh, for a set of hands to slap your face!
Mm-hmm.
The Yankee lost their way the moment Gith threw down the Gate Empire. Only we, Zerai, continue the war to end the Gate forever. Only we fight them on their own battlefield. The Mind.
You seem to have done pretty well for yourself on that front. You're remarkably sane for a pickled brain.
A Githzerai's mind is not so easily cracked. Our discipline was the very reason we were attacked.
Nice rhyme.
My order taught a psionic technique much feared by the Gate. They destroyed us for it, and kept me as a trophy. I never broke, but I've spent all these centuries awake, aware. So here is my offer. Use your tadpole, erase me, and I will pass my technique on to you.
You catch the lie. The monk isn't telling everything.
If you want my help, tell me the truth.
All right. The Gate did not find my monastery. I led them there. They promised me immortality, and they gave it. I have been their rotting trophy for centuries.
As her agitation swells, so does her latent psionic power. To your tadpole, that guilt and terror are almost fragrant.
So we found a traitor,
You realize
Githzerai.
the Illithids locked her away not as a trophy, but as a fine vintage.
Please, touch my mind and purge it. The moment you do, my knowledge will be yours.
We can reach out and purge her mind, or we can reach out and consume it. I assume consume is the evil option? She's asked for purge, so I should do that, right? Eating her brain is probably morally questionable.
The awareness that floods you is nothing like the tadpole. It is tentative and tinged with the loneliness of eons. It fades beneath your touch, but you feel something left behind. A fragment.
It is only knowledge yet, without comprehension. But when you use it, you will see. And I see.
Githzerai Mind Barrier. Having assimilated a splinter of Githzerai knowledge, mental barriers have been erected in your mind. You have advantage on intelligence saves. Right, yeah, we did something bad to you. I mean, it was what you wanted, but you won't be talking to us anymore. Permanent. That's very... What is on Will's face? Or is that Hex?
Well met.
So, we should go
What's hiding here?
on a brain audit.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Can I please go through here without... Fine. We should go on a brain audit. I don't know where the others are, and I don't know how many there are. Someone's having a rough time in here. Iron Finger is beating up the training dummy. Okay, that makes sense and is a little less concerning. Ah, you have one. You have closed mind. Am I allowed to have your closed mind? Can only assume this is going to be a religious zealot. None in there, and that's where we came in. Are there any brains in the tadpoling center?
Discern, faith. We depart.
I think I've read that. Did I look at the brine pool?
There's a parasite nearby. You should take a closer look.
Yeah?
No more tadpoles in here. Wonder what happened to them.
I don't know where. If there's a tadpole, it has not revealed itself to me.
The moment comes.
I'm...
The absolute moment.
Yes, but nothing really happened.
No more tadpoles in here. Wonder what happened to them. No more tadpoles in here.
We just get that.
Wonder what happened to them.
Said I succeeded a perception check, but... And the dream visitor said something, but we didn't get anything, or nothing showed up to be clicked on. Oh, it was just given to me. Cool, okay. That wasn't very well telegraphed.
Descend, assemble.
Descend, heartless angel. Here, brainy, 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 brain. Brain! Brains,
Always room for
brains,
more.
I won't lie. I'll eat the brains till the zombie flies. If at first they think it's strange, they won't think twice if they don't have a brain. What, the brain stuff? That's a Voltaire song. Nothing here at the entrance. Don't think I'm going to get any others. How many have we had so far? We've done 3. We got 2 in our inventory. I'd say that's probably it. Oh, that was just Sephiroth's knock you down to 1 HP attack in Kingdom Hearts 1. I watched a YouTube video recently that used the sound clip. I look close enough to... Oh, level 10! I was... What are you saying? How do I fight a room? Also, what have I done with my camera? Here we go. We still need 1,000 EXP. 1,300 in some case. God, Karlak is way behind. Don't know why. Jaheira is the closest. That's weird. Brains. Am I encumbered again? I thought I undid that. Guess the brains just... Oh, they're £5 each. £5 brain. Good lord. Heavy is the head that's in the jar. Okay, admittedly the brain might not be the heavy part. It may in fact be the container, but can we pretend it's just a heavy brain instead?
They won't be laughing much longer. Won't be any more of this. No gnomes in the city, watch, Brevin. This Cortesh fella's got an idea. Kind of a training camp. Don't know how it gets me into the watch, but he seems the smart sort.
Right. That was silly. Don't trust smart sorts in Fantasyland. That's how you get yourself shoved into a jar. Without your body. Butchered Mind. This one's gonna be fun.
Shh. This place listens. It knows. If we're going to escape, we have to be smart.
Oh. Smart. Right. Use our brains.
Right. You get it. I've been watching, learning. This place is alive. A big thinking thing, and it needs our flesh to grow. I've seen them put corpses in the walls, and they just melt away. So we've got to trick it, see? Make it think we're part of it. That's why the door's only open for... Wait. How did you get in here? Away, slave! They might have taken your mind, but they won't have mine! This place listens. If we're going to escape, we have to be smart.
I think your escape plan might be a little late.
Late? No, mate. I was watching. Learning. This place is alive. So we've got to trick it, see? Wait.
Right, this one's a bit gone.
In all my heart, and you my many hands.
I think it's time to head further in. Summoning both us and Will's Cambion.
Evacuate.
Blessing of Saluna on a fucking intellect devour. Devour intellect. Yodoi. Synaptic discharge, a wave of telepathic energy. Decent amount of damage on that.
I've got a long road ahead.
Will's Cambion. What gave him that again? It was something something we gave to him? The sword. Hey, buddy. How are you?
Let's move.
Can't talk to the Cambion.
Friend, we are here for you.
You may draw the wrong sort of attention if people see you by my side.
We will not cause you any trouble, friend. We will project a different form that will cloak us from all but your closest acquaintances.
What does that form look like?
You and your friends shall see us as we truly are. All others shall see a kitty, a small predator, indigenous to this world. They kitties can walk anywhere, and they are most cunning.
You're keen to join me, don't you want to serve the Absolute?
What Absolute? The Absolute does not care about us. And we do not care about the Absolute. We are different. And we are saved. Friend!
So anybody in Baldur's Gate who sees us walking around just sees a little kid. A kitten that can devour minds. I mean, yeah, alright. Ah, there we are. This is where we're going.
Moving in.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
A whole fleet of motorbikes. How many true souls have passed through this place?
Friend! We are here for you!
You're actually not the one I want to talk to. I want to talk to one of the regulars. You can't. Okay. Another mind. Okay, well, 1 second. We do have to go back to do another brain. We all get stupider upon... It depends. Like... I'm not great with pets I don't know. If they're very friendly, that's all right, but
Of many hearts, one soul.
this is the wrong side. Us does not seem to have had an issue. Nor does any of the rest of them, really. But
Prepare the march.
we can ungroup.
My chosen gather.
Oh, that still brings him. Oh well.
My head hurts. Can I go back to bed, Mummy?
Well, this is deeply unsettling.
I don't know what that means. I had to dream again. The big spiky snail that came from the sky. I'm sleepy, Mummy. You must stop waking me up.
I, meanwhile, am never going to sleep again.
You should. We can talk in the morning. Night, night, Mummy. Love you. I'm sleepy. Mummy.
Fresh mind.
Discern, faithful.
Is there a chasm near here I can get rid of this horrible thing? So you're not going to be able to get up there. Well, here's a question.
Let's march. Soldier?
The moment comes. The absolute moment.
looking ahead.
Jared doesn't need to
These
cast
boots
anything.
have seen everything.
That said, maybe just where's the healing potion that isn't like greater? No, I wanted to. Fuck.
Not design, but death.
That is not the healing potion. Here it is. There we are. The troop is ready to go.
Seems simple enough.
Descend. Obey.
Is it the Cambion making weird brrr noises? Anyway. Would it have been kinder to cast a spell? Yeah, but I just thought it'd be funny. This is the Act 2 big finish. Giving everyone an elixir wouldn't be a bad idea. Didn't we give someone an elixir? Is that real? Somebody drank an elixir at one point. Was it Karlach? It might have been, yes. It might have been before at sleep. What even elixirs do we have? Poison resistance, peerless focus, advantage on concentration saves. I should maybe drink that so that my haste on Karlach can stay solid. I already have advantage on those. Well, okay, good. Karlach could have the Cloud Giant strength. We only got one of them, though. Bloodlust. Once per turn when you kill a foe, you gain 5 temp hit points and an additional action. What does that do with haste? Not work or give her a third action? Holy shit! Let's have a drink that. Drink to increase your armor class to 16. Nah, I think I'm good. Elixir of Alert Feat? Who doesn't have the Alert Feat? I think I don't, actually.
Attention.
The work is never done.
Defender of the people.
Any of these people have Alert? Or is it not listed like that? I don't know.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Hey, good looking.
Well, you drink that.
Wherever we go, ye gods, let there be something green.
Gain an additional level 2 spell slot. Why not? Maybe she can have one of those as well.
Hmm?
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have. With haste.
Evacuate.
Will's job is fairly simple. Neural apparatus.
Platform's already here.
Ah.
Here we go.
Restoration. Oh. That's kind of them. It's a long rest in a button. I wasn't expecting that, no. Wait, does that give you spell slots back?
Oh. The pride of the gate.
What's the story?
Such authority.
Oh.
Descend.
Can't give up now.
Assemble.
Okay. Why, yeah, because, like... It seemed like you had to.
Can't slow down.
You could actually arrive here as an absolute wreck and be fine. Everybody's with us, right?
Tadpoles squirming around a lot more than usual.
Mine too. It's excited by something down here.
I have too many buffs to comfortably list. Oh, there we go. We lost the rejuvenating miasma. What was that one even about? I don't remember. Oh, that was the necromancy thing. Here we go into Merkel's cauldron, or whatever this area is. Ah, yeah, we got it back. Yeah, it's the animate dead thing. Should I take my break first, actually?
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We've found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
What was that? Yeah, I think normally I take my break late, but let's take it early because this is, you know, I don't want to have to interrupt this with getting a sandwich, you know what I mean? Like, I think I should take a break now. I can watch a cutscene and then break? I don't know that would flow quite as well. I'd rather do everything with my full focus rather than be worrying about when exactly I'm going to stop. I shouldn't be that long. But yeah, we'll get to focus on finishing this and getting as much as we can done. But minimum guarantee, I'll finish Ketheric, finish this fight, and you know, get to the act break before I stop tonight. To that end, I'll eat as quickly as I can.
What's cooking?
No one stopped me yet.
Are we ready? For what lies beyond the flesh-wrought door. Doesn't look like that big of an arena. But there's something lurking over there. Is that a whole-ass nautiloid? It might be. Well, we have a team double the size of what we normally have, with 2 water elementals, a Cambion, and us. Will is ready to make the most of his guest star stint.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We've found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
What is my character doing with his lips right now? Anyway, enter. Is it the Duke?
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Motherfucker! Gortash!
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes.
Orin.
With cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet
Is
carrion.
this our Baal spawn? Baal
You
cultist.
forget yourself, Orin. I've played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prism? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge. But you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews. Again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon
Right, she's
is truly
stable.
in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The lash of Baal.
Right, yep. She's Baal. What is that? Oh.
The Testament of Merkel!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
And this is
There
where
we
Cahill
are.
wants to explode.
It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Whom preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, orderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
We're not preventing that? Okay.
Shit, no! Father!
Now, it's really time we were going.
They didn't hear that?
We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones.
Fuck!
March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
So we're not hiding what we are then, Elder Brain. Karlach found that inspirational, did she? Explore all sections of the Mind Flayer colony. Ah. And Jaheira is a soldier like Lae'zel. I like that. We've never inspired Will the folk hero. God, what a wanker of a backstory that is. Pursue Ravenguard's captors to Baldur's Gate. So yeah, they took the Duke, so we don't get him yet. We're assuming that she must have found a way out. We need to speak to Karlach once we're not in danger. We need to wait for Mizora. Gale was not close enough to detonate the orb. That's probably a good thing. What happens if he blows up here? Does the game just, like, end? Like, what is the actual pathway if you have Gale here? Like, if Gale just happens to be one of your major party members and you bring him here, what are your options? Because, like, Gale Boom kills everybody, right? The game fucking ends, so you have to leave him up. But what if you do all of that? Because like you can't dismiss him here. Like you'd have to restart from before that. That doesn't feel right. There has to be a way out of it, right? You doom the world. Well, that's not good. Talk him. Okay, you can talk him down. I assume you'd also be allowed to choose not to do it if you're playing as him, because yeah, like Gale Origin exists. It'd be very funny if Gale Origin was deliberately a 2-act game. Yeah, sorry, you don't go to Baldur's Gate. All roads lead to Boomy. But here's the question. If you're playing on Honor mode and you let him do it, do you get your golden die? Because technically speaking, you have finished the game. Interestingly, Ketherick's been hurt. Is that because of his previous fight with us? He retains the damage he took. He looks visibly okay, though. There's some hidden necromites up here. There is Aelin. That's a Mind Flayer. I figured. There's no epilogue when everyone's dead.
Moving ahead.
Hello?
As predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out.
And what is my place, Ketherick?
Your place is to die so that I might finally live. Let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers. But for Merkel, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant.
I was ready to show you mercy before. It's still not too late. You can repent. Working off of my own guidance there.
Repent? Would that even be possible?
Perhaps.
No. There is no repentance. No release. My debt can never be repaid. He is here. He is watching. He is listening. He is...
Bye.
You dare end one who belongs to me. I am the smile of the worm-cleansed skull. I am the regrets of those who remain, and the restlessness of those who are gone. I am the haunt of mausoleums, the god of graves and age, of dust and dust. I am Merkel, lord of bones, and you have slain my chosen. But it is no matter, for I am death. And I am not the end. I am the beginning.
Hello, Death. I like your hat.
So long as Night Song's in that cage, Ketheric will keep getting back up.
I don't even need to speak. What do we say to the god of death, children? Nice hat. Where is the hat? I guess that's it. Ah, here, yeah, the face is here. It's like a triangle thing. I didn't. I didn't see a tutorial pop up. I was too busy laughing at Chihira. Free the Night Song. With the help command, I suppose. Fucking Karlach, we need to get some alert on you. You're always just in the back. All of my summons go before you, for God's sake. Did it say anything other than Free the Night Song? Okay, so this skips Ketheric. Oh, so if you don't convince him, you fight him first, and then he jumps in the pool of doom, and out pops Murky Merc and the fungus bunch. What do we have here? Skeletal Involucre. Necromites. Merc. A Mind Flayer. Aelin. There's Intellect of Ours. Oh, down here. Yeah, is this a kill the ads first, or is this a pile in on big boy sort of fight? See, Karlach's the one with the best movement, and we don't have Astarion to do, like, dashing. But what we do have is some water elementals. Can they help? No. That's a shame. You can't hurt him until she's free. Well, we should focus on the others then. Is help a bonus action or an action action?
To push my luck again.
It is an action. Because my thought was I could dimension door over there. As opposed to trying to hoof it. Right, who should I bring though? Karlach? So that she can start chucking from over here? No, because she can't go. I could free someone right now if I Dimension Doored Will or Jaheira. Cambion, can you help someone? No, I fucking wish you could, because that would be really, really funny. I think that would be really, really funny to have the Aasimar helped up by the Fiend from Hell. Us, can you help anyone? No, it's got to be one of the real people.
Still breathing, despite
so I need to walk next to the person I want to take with me. You would get Karlach to a high spot quickly. The problem with bringing her is that everybody gets to have a go first, including Aelin herself, whereas if we free her before anything else happens, Karlach... Well, Aelin gets a turn, so I think I can't bring her, really, because of her turn. She can... God, how else do you get up in this? You climb there, but then you're right in front of the fucker. It's a shame. I would bring her, but I can't afford it. Jaheira, I guess. Karlach could just drink a potion of speed. Did I give those to her? I did. Take away her ability to bonus action for rage, though.
Where do I go from here?
Oh, I could drink one. I drink that with my bonus action. Haste her, then Dimension Door someone else. Okay. Was that breaking? Tech thoughts, I should... Guidance. No.
Time to press ahead.
And then I have to be adjacent to the person that I'm... Herself and an ally. I can bring us. We can't go over there. She can probably make it, though. Probably.
Ready.
She can't reach because I'm in the way, but I still have
Nothing will
movement.
stand in my way.
I think I could go another round.
Still? No? How much fucking movement do you not have? Huh? 9 meters isn't enough? What? When did I not? Does everybody else have it and not her? Because I cast it before we... I'm gonna go get Will. Oh, well. Misty Step also works. I drank that. I cast on you.
Orders.
She can't just Misty Step from without me, can she? Yeah. She is quite far away. You're not wrong. But it should be me that moves to her so that she can then walk.
Survival is all that matters. With haste.
But Misty Step should work once we do this. And if it does it, I'll reload again. Oh, that time she got pushed ahead of us. That's good.
Red in tooth and claw.
Oh, now she can actually just do it. Fucking figure that out, I guess. Whatever.
Coming.
Apostle of Merkel is no longer invulnerable. Ah, that's what was happening. It was like with Ketheric. Okay, great. Don't know if there's anything I wanted to do with the bonus action, though.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Me, you mean? I don't have a lot. I do, I suppose. Actually, I have a decent amount of movement. Oh. God, Long Strider really gives you a lot? What the hell? I'm still able to go 13 meters? I already spent like 7. Why can I move so much further than... Oh, is it haste? Might be haste. I'll take an attack of opportunity. But I'll just get to the high ground like everybody else.
At the ready.
And then I'll go hide in a corner because I'm tapped. Now, I don't think we should go for the boss. I think we should try and deal with everybody else. Can you teleport to the Mind Flayer, maybe? Start whacking that, because that'd be the next best threat, right? Everything else is a little baby. Oh, you have to move there, do you? Right, the everything's got a bloody range. That's true. We could just have him go for these. Teleport right to the edge and then walk in. Or should we go for the bomb? Does that thing explode on death? No, it explodes next turn. Can I go somewhere where I can catch all of these? What is the... Ah, yes, yes, that's a big cone. Very good. No, that had absolutely no effect on this. We can move away from it. When is its turn? Down there. We can move away from it. Right, they're listed as inactive, aren't they? It could fly up here, maybe, and then try to get across next turn. Spams Rays of Fire. Okay. It also has that. And that. It has 2 rays. No, 3 rays. But it doesn't seem like it can hit anybody with its movement range being what it is. So I think we need to find a direction we want to fly in. We can either go here, or we can go up to this high ground spot, which would put us a little further away. But we'd probably then be able to hit the shit that's over there. I'm going to try the high ground spot, because if it's not that great, we can fly to one of the others next time. Yeah, we can hit these. What is its damage? Each ray deals 3 to 18. You can give one to the incubator. Throw the rest of the necromites, I guess. Right, so a max hit will kill a necromite, but only a max hit. So I'll put 2 at the necromite to see if we can guarantee that kill. Nearly killed it with the first one, actually. Whereas that thing barely got hurt at all. Has it got resistance? Yes.
Always the same old song.
And again, I don't think there's anything for you to do. Except maybe get out of the way, but your movement isn't much better than all that. Let's get you over there. Well, you should head forward, at least a bit. We could jump you if we want to give up the bonus action. Or you could Misty Step. But that will cost a level 5 Warlock spell slot, which feels like a lot. When he has shit like Scorching Ray and Fireball. I don't know that we want travel for that. Can you jump up there? No, it's too high anyway. Yeah, so Will can just walk forward. Don't know about his ability to actually reach anybody this turn, but he can just walk forward and hopefully be useful later. No, you can hit the, you can actually hit these guys. Okay, good. Can you hit the Mind Flayer? No. You can hit Merkel? Yes, but I wouldn't recommend it just yet. And he can't hit over there. How many projectiles? He has 2. what type of damage is it? Force, I believe? How do you deal with force damage? Nothing specific. Yeah, that one's gone. Probably should have hexed first, but they're both dead, so I don't actually think I would have needed to. There, get hexed for fun. We have another one of these. I do not think they are capable of reaching them this turn, so... Question of whether we want the Cambion to have a friend over there for next turn, or whether we want good to be done. Move forward, then teleport. True. Then they're sort of stuck where they land. Do you have a ranged attack? No. They're not going over there. I guess they could do the cone thing on those two. That's about all you could really realistically reach. And indeed, that killed him. Okay, so we dealt with everything down here. That's good. And lastly, we have us. Us has an 18-meter attack roll, but I don't think us is going to be able to use it. Might just get us to dash along. But what is your path? I guess you go up there to fight Merkel. Just get closer. That's all I can really get you to do right now. See what he does. 5 damage on a water elemental. Scary. Good God, what was that? We all got knocked arsewards. There's Jaheira. Falling off. She's probably going to take a bit more damage when she lands. We all took damage. Aelin did as well, though seems to be on her feet. Concentration saving throws were all saved. That's very good. That's very bloody good. Bone Chilled cannot regain hit points. I can throw a Hellish Rebuke at Merkel, why not? Not impressive, but not terrible either. Mind Flayer's over here now. Ow!
Now you... Oathbreaker.
Oh, she was stunned, so she didn't get a turn. Okay, that's a shame. I need to make sure she doesn't die. Unfortunately, Karlach is the last of our very far awayers. Also, the Necromites got tossed around too. Karlach can get up this arterial mesh and join the water elemental who got thrown up there, I guess, as well as us. I think that's a good idea. She can go all the way over here, in fact. And then she could probably chuck at the Mind Flayer, couldn't she? Yeah, let's have her do that.
In position.
Oh, you fucker, really? Can't hit anything else. Oh, no, you can hit Merkel. No, you know. Yes, you can. Okay, she's gonna have to go for Merkel. This guy's whole body is interrupted by the rock, I guess.
Easy.
Ooh, we got a crit. And a crit miss. Oh, there it is. Right, I was wondering. There's the fucking eggs. There's probably one there too. No, that one's over there. Figured you just had to go across there, but no, you can climb up directly. It's just hidden in a bloody corner. For the Lord of Bones. Consume the faithful. Karlach should be aiming to get a kill. Well, duh, but there was only one figure on the map she was capable of hitting. Wasn't really anything I could do about that. Oh god, stop moving! What are you fucking doing? Okay, so we're over there now. Grants the Apostle Reaper's reward. Consumed a Necromite's soul and gained the ability to cast Finger of Death. No, that thing was dead. Oh. That was not there before. When did that appear? There's apparently a third one now. Where the hell is that? When did that appear? Well. Consuming a Necromite soul gives them the ability to cast Finger of Death. That's concerning. How do mind flayers do against psychic damage? Well, they don't resist it. There's an achievement for not letting him eat any. Well, we've been getting most of them, but I guess we're not getting that one. I imagine it's not too difficult. You just have to kill them on turn 1. Why? What does... Are you able to kill the surrounding enemies before Merkel shows up? If you're fighting Ketheric with them. I suppose you're able to free Aelin before Merkel shows up too. Okay, did I save? I probably did. Anyway, my thought was to just hit really hard with Dissonant Whispers, but oh boy, I don't have a good chance of actually landing that hit. Does my cantrip have a better chance of hitting? Yes. Now, why is that? Oh, it's because charisma. Isn't this charisma too? Oh no, it's because it's not an attack roll. It's their chance to save, of course. My main point is damage, and the thing is, if they save, which they very likely will, the best I can do with that is 21. Whereas the best I can do with this is 20. So I don't think there's any reason to use the spell then. Thunderwave him off the platform. Yeah, that is also a thing. Won't hit Aelin. Still a whiz save though. Well, we're not saving our spell slots for anything. Let's just do it at level 4. Oh, I can do this too. Didn't even have room to get knocked. He was too busy dying. Cull the weak. Won't argue with that. Interesting that I have some arrows. I thought I dealt with all of them, but I guess not. Oh, I do. Forgot that I hasted myself. I'll just hit that. Resists fire. But Merkel, I just feel like my damage on him is... Well, let's see, who's down here that can actually hurt it? I guess Karlach. Karlach can get a kill on it, I suppose. That's a good thing for her. I should just whack Merkel, because I can't move. Yeah, it looks like he's collecting them and growing. Ooh, max. Damn. I think it was, at least. Nice, okay. I can't hit you there, so I'll just hit this. Wait, did I kill it? Oh, I thought they needed to take 14 damage. Yeah, but it doesn't say Cull the Weak over here, look. It doesn't indicate it, it just says it was hit for 2 force. Now you're already here, so you may as well just attack this lovely god avatar. Not too bothered about its safety either. You can fly there and deal with that. Because that's the one that's going to go this turn too. Although fire is not really their thing, is it? Vulnerable to bludgeoning, but you have a pokey. Yeah, there's no way for you to not deal with resistance, so you may as well just overwhelm with force. Pow, 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 as it were.
This is the easy part.
Let's get you to do something ridiculous. What do we got at this point? We got Merkel, we got 2 Necromites. Now the Necromites over there, Karlach can probably climb... She can climb the mesh, maybe, head to the edge, whack one, or she can, like, go this way, and then... We should probably kill the Necromites, though, before he eats them. Will can maybe do that.
Battle favors the fearless. No time to waste.
Yeah, there they go. Misty Step up and then Cone of Cold the boss. Ooh, I like that.
You know, I think we have given offense.
You're now bone chilled, I think just because you're close. Oh well. Who's hurt here? The most hurt is Aelin. I probably should have done a healing word on her with me, but it's too late now. We do have another water element. We can go right here. Come on and slam. If you pass the 50% hit chance. Which you do. And welcome to the jam.
Death greets us all. But not today.
Right, I don't think that's hitting anybody. We don't have any friends on the other side. No Facilier way. That was not very good. Save, you know, it happens. Just take a quick step back there. In fact, maybe she should head down the mesh. Come to think, we didn't need to Misty Step because there's a fucking vine right there.
Battle favors the fearless.
You've done your bit. You can apply Hex onto the avatar, though. No? No, but yeah. Disadvantage on... I don't even know what he's going to be using most. But here, we'll make the God of Death slightly stupider for my own amusement. Speaking of that... we have devoured... Us has now devoured the intellect of a death god. Now please, don't kill anyone.
One life to my life. Sustain me, flame.
Why are you speaking with Ketheric's voice? Also, oucha... Woucher. Us got fucked up. Aelin, what you doing? You're flying in and not letting me heal you. Delightful. So, Karlak, the only thing you could kill is this skeletal involucre. Can you... Let's get you up the mesh. Oh, this is Ketheric? But Merkel was talking. Oh. We're angry, right? Are we angry? Yes, frenzied. 100% but disadvantage because we're threatened. Oh, because we have to stand there to do it. I'm just going to quick save here because I'm going to use movement and I don't know that I trust this game to... Yeah, this is enough.
Go on.
Does that work for Bloodlust? I don't know. Shame. God. We got a good shot at killing it before it gets another turn. Oh, fucking action search. I did quick save. I could go back.
Another step forward.
Or we could just throw the might of everybody else upon it. Let's use my level 5 slot. With Shatter or with Dissonant Whisper? Probably Shatter. 45% chance. Whispers I don't think is going to be better, though. 40. Nice. I can't use Wrath, though. Shatter even work on a floating guy? I'll find out. Bones can shatter, you're right. I'm gonna do the same thing, level 4 though, because I'm out of 5 slots. Cutting words. Oh, we got it! I was honestly trying to get Jahira to get that kill, but okay, fine.
Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master.
You got a black eye.
My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken.
Wait, did it not give me this conversation?
You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
Oh, he's regenerating. Is he going to turn into David Tennant?
The villain is dead. The rest, together, we have crushed him, brain and body.
You're freaking out my barbarian.
Now, we pick our way toward our fates, unleashed. You have my sword, my fealty. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
The Chosen of Myrtle is dead. Permanently, this time.
Ketheric's netherstone. It's in his armor. Take it.
Give me a second to shake off my lethargy. It doesn't matter because it's not a interactive cutscene, but that's funny. Just stomps his fucking head. Please note, the head doesn't even look that stomped now in the Examine. Although it is frightfully sideways. And yeah, the lootable is Ketheric Thorm, not that terrifying bone pile. What are you... Oh, you're... Her haste wore off. Obtain Ketheric Thorm's netherstone. Rather than surrender, Ketheric threw himself into a pit and was transformed into an avatar of the dark deity Merkel. After the creature was destroyed, Ketheric returned to his original form and then got his head stomped in by an angry angel. We should search his body for the stone he used to control the brain. We defeated Ketheric and watched a fleet of Nautiloids leave for Baldur's Gate. If Moll doesn't turn up in Moonrise, she may have escaped on one of them and made it to the city. Karlach will have strong feelings about Gortash's escape. I don't think Karlach's ever had a weak feeling in her life.
Ketheric's defeated, but my father is taken. Onto the gate. We must tear him out of the Absolute's grasp.
You know, you're allowed to be sad.
Come. There is much to discuss. But we need not do it in this rotting place.
Ah, he's dead. He's finished. But Gortash... Gortash was here.
Trickles out to the syrup.
On my way.
and right into your spine.
Open up.
Thankfully, we did not give... It is the Cambion that's making those awful noises, yeah? We did not give Merkel's avatar the chance to use Finger of Death. But the next time I play this, I'll have to go for that achievement on not letting him eat any of the Necros to begin with. I doubt it's that difficult, you just need to kill him fast, right? Or not convince Ketheric to jump in before a fight, then you can control the battlefield better. Damn me and my silver tongue! So we got some shit here. Silver knife. Silver glass. Severed head. Oh, see, now that's actually telling the truth. The severed head of a young woman, the jaw is ripped off, locking her face in an eternal bloody scrape. I've read that description before, but it's been attached to severed heads with intact faces. This is correct. That's what it would actually look like. That's a Darth Malak face if I ever saw one. Anyway, that's enough about severed heads. Amulet of the Absolute. Not a magic item. I don't want it. Invasion plans with the Sword Coast. We've seen that before. The Grand Design. Dictated, describe Yanthus by Enver Gortash. The Grand Design is the Mind Flayer's species-wide ambition to return to the days of their conquering greatness through an act of sudden mass ceremorphosis, giving the Elder Brain in overall command an implacable army of illithid slave warriors with which to defeat all their old enemies, human and humanoid, Githyanki and Ulitharid. Of course, this is delusional madness, megalomania on a cosmic scale, and I know just how to turn it to our purposes. We're going to help the Mind Flayers enact their grand design, but only in the way that suits us. The Illithids shall have their crusade to enslave, but they will be acting in turn as our slaves, and we shall determine the how, when, and where of their great Illithid outbreak. To be precise, I, Gortash, will determine these things. As commanding the Grand Design is clearly a Banite task. Underneath this book concerning the cult of the Absolute and the dangers it presents is scrawled this response to the text. This hastily written drivel is admittedly well-intentioned. Its author is clearly fizzing with fear of the Absolute. The problem is that they conflate the rise of the cult with other things, like the heat death of the universe, the resurrection of one-eyed Vecna the Lich, the proliferation of necromantic access, people running from the forces of hell while listening to old Kate Bush songs, and even the withering of some imported fruits from Chult. This person needs a glass of water and a lie down. Lord Gortash, the Committee of Concerned Patriarchs would like to extend an invitation to a formal meeting at the High Hall to discuss plans, short and long term, for the economic livelihood of Baldur's Gate. Tuesday the 12th, noon, a luncheon will be served. May we presume your attendance? Lord Hirillin, Committee Chair. And more silver.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
You don't. What? It was a long fight. I needed a drink. Is it? Your swords bard is absolutely the character itself. Missed multiple times, but took out Ketheric Phase 2 in the Apostle Brooklyn. Yeah, apparently with the right setup, honor mode itself is a joke. I'd still be scared of it the whole time. We're not allowed to jump down there. That's a shame. I want to know what happens to us if we fall down the Merkel hole. Does he turn us into a champion, or was that just Ketheric's privilege? Now we want Gortash's. What about the red lady? They all have them, right?
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable. Truly.
You're supposed to be here?
And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated.
How are you?
To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable.
May I press a dialogue button now? How is it that you're here?
A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened.
I came here looking for a cure. Still haven't found one.
Perhaps not a cure, but you found the source of your infection and the reason for its abnormality. The crown atop the Elder Brain. Its markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain.
Who the hell is this woman? Do you know who our enemies are?
One of them I know, Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Merkel, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the dead three.
You emphasized that line wrong. You went from talking about Bane and Baal, and then you said, Ketheric is a follower of Merkel, as though Merkel had already been brought into the conversation. You meant to say, Ketheric was a follower of Merkel. Merkel is the interesting word in that sentence, because you're tying it around to the... Anyway! Sorry, pet peeve. Chosen of the dead three, huh?
Bane, Baal, and Merkel. The tyrant, the assassin, and the necromancer. They
walked into a bar.
For their most devout followers, a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together and controlling an Elder Brain, I dare not imagine what they might achieve.
Baal does not have a history of picking one. Baal has a history of picking like 70 and then getting them to kill each other in order to find out who's best. Wonder if that's... yeah. With the story going this way, I'm going to assume that the Dark Urge story places you against RN in that way. You could very easily put that like if Orin is the Baal chosen, that whole sequence there, whatever happens with her, could just be expanded upon for a Dark Urge to give you all that Baldur's Gate Legacy Ballspawn stuff. That's probably it. Anyway, what hope do we have if gods themselves are involved? Well, you see, we attack and dethrone them. It's a fairly old concept. RPGs have been doing it for years. Generally Eastern ones, though, so it's nice to see the Western ones take a hand at it.
Hope is a luxury for those who have a choice. This is the battle of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an elder brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order. An order the Death Gods chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the Chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends.
Sorry, you want us to take control of the Absolute, not kill it.
I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
Yeah. Let's go back to the bit where you said you don't... I got that correctly. Yeah, her idea is we need to... It could be required to give you time to get the tadpole. Yeah, but I just... What is she that she wants this? Anyway. Go on, you... Yes, the letter... A note about Orin's sibling extolling a father. If Orin is a Baal spawn, if Baal is still doing that, like the thing was, the Baal spawn plan was like it's concluded, it's done, but it is something he's done before and it's something he could do again. Maybe not in the same grand plan sense, but just as that's the way he does his followers. Like he abused them with power by literally having children with random women who probably don't consent. Yeah. Well, no, I didn't really. Like, okay, if the canon... And she will know. Jaheira... Oh, Dark Urge with Jaheira would be really, really interesting. If it's Ballspawn, and if it isn't, they fucking missed a step. But anyway. Oh, now I want to play Dark Urge. But I'm glad I didn't first time, because, like, now I'm, like, really interested. But... Then, yeah, there could be others swirling around, or, like, maybe the... Is the implication of that letter that...
I never affiliate with anyone who isn't prepared to drown me in money.
I guess my question would be, is that letter on the table if you're the Dark Urge, or is that letter there precisely because I'm not? You shouldn't tell me, because there might be other people here who don't. It's always on the table. Okay, interesting. It doesn't matter. Yeah, if it's... Realistically, you shouldn't tell me if the answer is it's not always on the table. But that's a paradox, because that means if you don't tell me, then we know the answer. So, yeah, the point is it doesn't matter. We're not going to find out that aspect of it, because this isn't that run, but it's interesting. We'll see what happens when we get to Orin if the term Ballspawn is brought up. I'm just glad it's not Saravok. Yeah, supplies, go to camp. Crumpled note. Ketheric's Warhammer. It's not actually that interesting, it's just blue. Bring it home for a trophy, though. Ketheric's Shield. +1 bonus to spell save DC and spell attack rolls. Advantage on dex checks. We would lose the initiative. We would lose the advantage on perception ability checks. But we would gain dex saves, spell saves, and spell attack rolls. I think we put this on. Reaper's Embrace. Very rare heavy armor. Magic Plate. All incoming damage reduced by 2. Reaper's Rigidity, which when activated, it's basically Shorecast, but it gives you disadvantage on dex saves. Not great. You get disadvantage on stealth checks, but that doesn't matter. Oh, Jaheira can wear the shield. I forgot Jaheira was a shield person, you're right. And we get Howl of the Dead, which... Interesting. I don't think I'd replace my advantage on con saves. I'd give this to Shadowheart. Because it's better than her plate. Children play nice. Papa, I love you. Love from Iz. Oh my fucking god, he's got it in his pocket.
Damn, it's good to be alive. Call and I answer.
Okay.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Come. There is much to discuss.
Yeah, no one's going to talk to us here. I'm going to level these 4 up, though, while I'm in here. I'm going to level the rest up at camp, but I'd like to get the leveling done. Bard level 8. Gain a spell, gain a feat. What's actually useful to me? I pretty much already use most of what I would conceivably need. Freedom of movement isn't bad to have. I wouldn't really use this because, yeah, I wouldn't use a concentration spell because I tend to have myself as a haste bot for Karlach. But this is a good cast to emergency break Karlach or someone else out of a lockdown. Whiff of Warding is Fireball at home. It's a set trap Fireball, but Knock could be useful for him dumping Astarion. That's a good point, and I probably am, aren't I? Well, okay, Will's slot isn't going to be Will, but I'm probably going to take Shadowheart before I take Astarion. Knock for utility is not bad, yeah. Charisma 20 or Alert, because I don't think I get another feat, because I don't go to level 12. I tend to go first anyway. Well, no, I just changed my armor that was giving me that. I think I take the charisma up. I like alert, but 20 is 20. So long as other people are alert, we can probably get on top of things. Okay. Right, yeah, no, she's already 3 fighter. Okay. Right, so she basically gets alert for free there. Doesn't gain any new spells because she's still just level 5. 2 additional attacks after making an unarmed strike in wild shape, not terribly important. She can't be charmed or frightened by elementals and fae. That's specific, but okay. She could also now become a Dilophosaurus. We are running out of cantrips that she's allowed to have. Will has gained Fiendish Resilience. Choose a damage type and become resistant to it. That's not bad at all. Learn spell. Well, there's never any reason to not give him the highest level spells possible. So why not Flame Strike? There we go.
Ready and waiting. Well, certainly waiting.
I want to change the color of her outfit.
Whatever it takes.
Better.
No one back home will ever believe this. Another step forward.
I think we've seen and done everything we can in this horrible hole. So let's jump into this hopefully nicer hole.
You saw Gortash, didn't you?
Yeah.
What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How?
It seems he's a servant of Bane, as Ketheric served Merkel. Who knows what powers he's gained since you knew him.
I'd never have protected a Baneite even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him!
We'll do it together. Whatever it takes.
He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
I like how she insists on the conversation immediately, and Will, who's...
I could really use some shut eye.
You just... Do you even care about your dad, mate? Will just has the best accidental dialogue timing is the answer to that. Like, what the fuck is Art Color doing here? Did they all come to Moonrise following the kerfuffle? Guess they did. Isabel is still ability drained because I threw a potion at her head. Oh, we'll talk to everybody, don't worry. So now our main quests are to get Gortash and Orin's Netherstone. Both await us in Baldur's Gate. That's interesting. And find a cure is complete. This is a far greater plot than we had imagined, one spearheaded by the Chosen of the Dead Three and involving an elder brain. We must overcome this greater evil if we wish to heal ourselves. What happens if we try to drop the Netherstone?
I wouldn't recommend losing that. We can't defeat the brain without that stone.
It calls you an idiot, but it doesn't fucking stop you. Oh.
Helen!
What?
Isabel!
Oh. They know each other?
My love. You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me.
She is so big.
That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness.
This is a plus.
And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
That'd be a lie.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing.
He's so big.
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is... Ho! But we have met.
I'm not a hoe.
This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father. May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
Sorry, Ketheric's daughter?
I am. And I'm glad he's dead. But this is precisely what I want to speak to you about later. It'll keep. I promise.
Okay.
Very good. We look forward to it. Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words. Aelin! We'll see you later.
If there's one thing the tall, muscular ladies of Baldur's Gate have in common, it is a wonderful shamelessness. Anyway, we did in fact pick up the Netherstone again after my test. That was my problem. Like, the conversation started after... Wait, where is it? There. Okay, it's there. It's there. I was not going to let it not happen, but... Look. Anyway, I need to talk to Karlak first. She's important to me.
In the curse.
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh?
Money don't grow on trees.
He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe and he paid me well. Well enough to move into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. 1 minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard. Hey, you.
Why does it do that every time we end a... Is it the elixir, I think? I just heard a kid shouting, "Where is she?" That's concerning.
What's up for discussion?
I would not linger in this land over long. But whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
The Absolute's cult has Ravengard. Where will they take him?
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist, and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
What do you know about Gortash and Orin?
Orin? I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers.
Oh, so he's a Grand Vizier.
A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
Mizora said you can say what led to your pact and exile. It's time I know the whole truth.
Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
Not my soul, if that's what you're getting at.
It is. And I did. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
When I was 17, I made my very first pact. I made my very first pact, I swore, with an Avernic devil. What's the cult of the dragon?
A religion devoted to conjuring the most evil of goddesses, the dragon Tiamat.
Oh yeah, her.
The 10 day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
You took on 25 cultists on your own.
I had Mizora at my side, and the archdevil Zariel guided our hands that day. I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 greyed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
Is that how you lost your eye?
It is. The one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her.
Surely Mizora doesn't care about Baldur's Gate?
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel.
She never stops, does she? Not for a second.
Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
What about your father?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did.
It was brave. Silly, but brave.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. I understand.
Yeah, basically everything was set up against him. You must have been furious at your father for throwing him out of the city.
No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
Do you miss him?
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to. The shadows are lifted. Finally, we can breathe free.
Sort of. But the impression I get is we don't actually get to walk around in a shadow-freed land. The idea is it's fixing itself, don't worry. It'll fix while you're in Baldur's Gate after we prevent your ability to return. Because we don't want to render an alternate map for an area you've already done.
Hey!
Okay, that's the companions done, I think.
I would not linger in this land over long.
Okay, let's talk to every... What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Is this camp? Thaniel is here. But I don't see any of the others. That's weird. Right, we will talk to her. Hopefully she doesn't bark spoilers at us. But let's I like that Dren's still hanging out. Poor Dren.
There'll be plenty of dead to mourn when this is done. But songs to sing too. Our Lady's light go with you.
Okay, so this is the downside of drinking elixirs. That's a really annoying fucking effect.
Ketheric's done, but that army's already on the move. This isn't done yet. We can beat an army that size to the city, I reckon. But only if we get going now.
Is it just me and Jaheira?
My mum lives in the lower city. If those freaks hurt her, I'll turn them inside out.
Yeah, it is. It's me and Jaheira.
Let's regroup and march. I don't know if I can wait around much longer.
God's sake.
When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist...
You didn't put a shirt on?
He sought out people of courage and honor to fill its ranks.
Duke Elton.
You saved Thaniel, lifted the curse, and killed an immortal. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant.
Yeah, what was Duke Elton like?
Gruff and intimidating. But he had the courage of 10 men, and the love for Baldur's Gate few could match. I don't know if this Duke Ravengard is the same, but I will say this. The Flaming Fist are the cornerstone of the city, and the Dukes are its foundation. I hope you can save him, for the good of Baldur's Gate.
Come with me? I could use a flaming fist?
Thank you. But look at me. I am a relic. A glimpse of history barely strong enough to stand on his own 2 feet. Besides, Thaniel should have someone here when he wakes up. It's the least I can do.
He is awake. He's standing over there. Once we leave, this place will be pretty empty. Will you be alright?
You don't have to worry about me. The truth is, the Shadowfell broke something inside me. Something no healer can fix. I don't know how long I have, but because of you, Thaniel is safe. Because of you, I could help him as he helped me. So, thank you, my friend. And know that I have no regrets.
Except you maybe would have liked to have a towel.
Thank you, my friend. Maybe we'll meet again. In another life.
You'd make a fine fist.
Like your mind.
Safely onto Baldur's Gate.
You did it. Ketheric Thorm is no more. The shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal.
I'm glad I could help.
Not as glad as I am. Nature moves at its own pace and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it time. A reward shall come to you when you need it most. Your path leads away from me, I sense. Be safe. Perhaps one day you will see the fruits that your victory has sown here.
Maybe.
Begone! I must admire Isabel's fulsome beauty away from prying eyes.
Sorry.
Begone!
Sorry.
I'll have to come to your camp to speak to you about serious stuff. Why? Because my girlfriend is pawing at me and I cannot get rid of her.
Thanks for watching out. With Jaheira to lead us, and you bringing light to the shadows, we might just have a chance. It's time to fight back.
Okay, but like they're not making any move to go. Like they're standing here with everybody else.
Long, dark below, but light above. Light at last.
Mm-hmm.
The false god creeps. The city must wake.
Very interested in why you're here, but let's talk to the throne sitter. Is there a good banging spot in this tower? Ketheric's bed's probably nice.
I will never tire of sitting on dead men's thrones.
And I'll never tire of killing their previous occupants. We make a good team.
Yes. Although I wish we had collaborated on the killing itself. But I will satisfy my warlust soon, for there are greater challenges than Ketheric ahead of us. It is clear now that he was not working alone. During my time in the cult, I came to know one of his co-conspirators all too well. Baal's bloodletter, Orin. To think, I thought her to be speaking for the Absolute. I worshipped that woman.
An old flame.
Jealous? You needn't be. When Orin is in my hands, her agony will nourish me.
I'm with Karlach.
She is the Iblis who indoctrinated me with the Absolute's lies.
You committed atrocities in the name of those lies.
And for that, I am sorry. I will commit all future atrocities for my own gain. And yours, should we stand together.
I am so sorry I did evil things for silly reasons. I'll make sure to do evil things for sensible reasons from now on. What do you remember of your indoctrination?
When I first visited Moonrise, I stood before the Absolute in awe. It was more of an idea than an entity. Pure love. Total power. Orin was by my side. She told me that God had chosen me to be a true soul. Blessed and adored. Now I know that those memories are lies. There was no God. Orin held me down in a cocoon of flesh, while a mind flayer forced a parasite into my brain. And she laughed at my fear. find her. I will murder her. And I will smile.
Is vengeance the limit of your ambitions?
There is no limit to my ambitions. I will enjoy killing Orin, but unlike her, I do not kill for pleasure alone. I kill to gain advantage, and we have the chance to seize the greatest advantage of all. Surely you see it. In killing Ketheric, we fractured the cult's leadership. When we break the other Chosen and claim their Netherstones, we can take control.
How can you be sure that's possible?
I would have thought this entire conspiracy of gods and monsters to be impossible if I had not seen it for myself. We may fail, but we must try. The power of the enslaved Elder Brain could reshape the world. We could reshape the world.
The future you propose is shaped a bit by violence. I'd prefer to find another way.
There is violence in your future, regardless. With me, you can at least be sure the violence will lead to glory. You are not stupid. When we reach Baldur's Gate and face the other Chosen, you will see that my way is the right one.
Maybe I'll change your mind.
The Elder Brain is the only thing that has ever managed to change my mind. You're welcome to try. We are bound, then, to travel together, even if we do not yet agree on our ultimate purpose. There is yet one thing about you that troubles me, though. Something I need you to explain. Why come to Moonrise, where the cult's power is strongest? Why not walk away?
Walking away would not have helped. While this tadpole lives, I can't be free.
True. But do not lose yourself to despair and fatalism. They tried to make victims of us. But we can take this opportunity to become gods. Now, I am ready to leave this damned place whenever you give the word. The city awaits. Your party is full. Did you think I would not notice?
I didn't invite you here, really. But you can trade places with Will for a little while.
See you soon, then.
As you like. Let us go forth and conquer. Or something to that effect.
We'll see if we have space for her when time comes to fight Orin. I don't know if we will, but she gets an additional lay on hands charge. Aura of Courage. Nobody can be frightened with her in the party, just at all. It just seems to always be on. Maybe she has to activate it, but it said permanent, so. And then, yeah, her spells are her spells, unchanged. You have to turn it on. Do you have to turn it on every day?
All right. What now?
What's it like in there? In the curse?
Withers.
Horrible than you can imagine.
A curse lifted.
Oh, of course you give a shit about this!
The dead three, allied once more. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed.
This is why you're here.
Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls?
What are you doing here?
Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold. I shall ask yet again, do illithids possess souls?
They must. Don't all living things?
No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
You seem to know a lot about the Dead Three, which is not surprising at all if he's a Jurgle priest. Or a Jurgle... Withers could be Jurgle's chosen just as much as, or like some kind of avatar.
Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness. Baal, Lord of Murder. Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one, and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder.
Speak plainly.
No.
Worth a shot.
Fate spins along as it should. Hast thou need of my services?
No, but it's interesting to hear you deliver a different take of that same old line.
I'm glad that's still the case.
Now, there's more people out here. I would want to talk to everybody gathered in Moonrise before I slept. But we are over time, so I think what I should just do is save here and then...
Maybe I should ask the grown-ups to look for Mulligan.
Because yeah, we gotta go upstairs as well. Downstairs, outside. What we have done is everybody within this floor of this room. And then, methodically,
like your mind.
Tomorrow I can check probably up first and then out second. And then we'll go to camp and rest after we've spoken to everybody in here. I assume that our... Yeah, our goal is to go to Baldur's Gate, though I assume we need to sleep and talk to Isabel first. After Aelin is, you know... finally agreed to untangle. I assume they'll need at least 3 rounds. And I do not mean of combat. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I got Minthara and Withers, so we got that far with a bit of extra time there. But yeah, that... Not quite what I meant. That is interesting, the Dead Three being... Yeah, so what that does cast Wither's presence in an interesting light, because Jurgle is... I don't really know what his position is following the story, because, like, yeah, he didn't die. He didn't disappear. He just gave them his powers. But they do belong to him first. If he doesn't like what they're doing... he could always pop his head in, eh? Anyway. Very well.